Low Country Wildlife is brought to you by 301 Processing and Taxidermy.
Hey folks, welcome to Low Country Wildlife. On today's show, we're headed out on my trap line. We'll take you along all week with me, see what we can pick up, see if we can catch these critters and varmints, nuisance animals off of people's property that's causing problems. And we're gonna move them to a different location and release them. So they're not gonna be hurt. They're gonna be held but not hurt. Beautiful red fox. Stay tuned with us. You get to see me take him out to trap here in just a few minutes. We'll be right back with Low Country Wildlife Trapping.
Low Country Wildlife, hosted by Steve the Legend Drummond and Stacy Atkinson, with the LCW Junior Pro Staffers. LCW is sponsored by 301 Processing and Taxidermy, Irby Street Sporting Goods, Marshall's Marine, Moree Sportsman's Preserve, Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Company, Black's Camp and Restaurant, World Net Auctions, and Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats. Additional products provided by the following:
301 Processing and Taxidermy has been serving the Carolinas for over 18 years with the most lifelike mounts anywhere. With 3 full-time taxidermists on site and a state-of-the-art 9,000 square foot facility, they can handle any size order. Deer, wild hogs, turkeys, fish, ducks, you name it, they can mount it. And 301 is the area's only APHIS certified taxidermist that can handle your big game mounts for animals outside of the United States. So, for the most lifelike mounts, give 301 Processing and Taxidermy a call today.
Black's Camp is a full-service fishing camp located on the Santee Cooper Lakes that's been serving South Carolina since 1951. Stay overnight or spend the weekend fishing in one of our waterfront apartments, cabins, or mobile homes. Plus, find everything for your fishing trip from live bait to hooks and lures in our tackle shop. And you'll also find a full-service restaurant that serves up the best food on the lakes. Black's Camp and Restaurant. Call today or visit us online to schedule your next fishing adventure.
For everything outdoors, stop by Irby Street Sporting Goods today. They have the area's largest selection of new and used bows by Matthews, Bowtech and PSE, along with a full-service archery pro shop and a 25-yard indoor range. You can also choose from hundreds of rods and reels for both fresh and saltwater fishing. Irby Street also has a large selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Names like Browning, Guy Harvey, and Drake Waterfowl, along with sunglasses by Costa Del Mar. That's Irby Street Sporting Goods in Florence.
Buy, sleep, fish with Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats at Marshall's Marine. Skeeter boats give you unmatched comfort and style with superior technology and performance that puts you at the head of the pack. Whether it's navigating through shallow inlets or cruising along the coast, Skeeter boats will get you there without leaving anything or anyone behind. So whatever your budget, there's a Skeeter that's just right for you. Skeeter Performance Fishing Boats, available now at Marshall's Marine in Lake City.
Hey folks, welcome back to Low Country Wildlife. So, got my stuff out the truck here. Made an awesome catch this morning on this red fox. And just a very cool animal. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful animal. And it's funny, you know, these animals during the summer, and I nuisance trap all the time, you catch them during the summer, these animals don't look very nice. They lose a lot of their hair, they just don't look very pretty. But in the wintertime, when it's cold like it is, they get that bright red coat, big black socks on the feet, white tip on the tail, and just a beautiful animal. Now, he is not happy at all whatsoever. He wants to be out of that trap. But as you can tell, he's not raising any cane. He's just not happy with me being here, and he's just kind of nervous. But what we're going to do is we'll take him out, we'll put him in this cage, we'll take him somewhere else, as we always do. So, see if he'll cooperate, because he's ready to get out of that trap. It ain't going to hurt you, baby. You ain't going to like it, but it ain't going to hurt you. It ain't a dog treat. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right, all right. Calm down, baby, calm down. Calm down, baby, calm down. All right, it's okay. Okay. You don't see no blood, you don't see no broke foot, you don't see no messed up anything. He just held, he's not hurt. He ain't happy about it, but you look at his foot. That is it. Trapping, responsible trapping. That's what it's all about right there. This is the worst sport in the world. We take so much criticism because people they don't know. They're not educated and they just don't understand. So that's what we're doing. We educate today. Beautiful animal, not hurt a bit, just causing some problems. We need to take him somewhere else. And he don't like that cage at all. That's it. You can see he's not hollering, he's not screaming, he's not hurt. He's fine, he's not bleeding anywhere. It's just such a big myth the way people portray trappers nowadays. It's some, ruthless, heartless killer. That's just not the case. These traps are a great tool and they provide a great service getting animals off your property. And that's what we're doing. He's not hurt. I'm gonna remake this set. We'll go check some more traps during the week here. And I want y'all to stay right here with us. So we'll go jump in the truck and go around and check and see if we got anything else this morning. So hey folks, we got the foothold traps out. Now, I'm gonna show you another little tool I use when I'm on the trap line. And this is a great tool for people who live in the city and have unwanted animals in their yard, but it's not really a good place to set a foothold trap. It's a regular old cage trap. It's essentially a trap with a door on it. The animal walks in, steps on a plate, the door shuts behind him, the animal's caught. Very easy to catch animals in it, very easy to release animals in it. So it's a great tool. So let me show you what real quick. I already got this one set. All I do is find a good spot. I want to catch a coon in this trap, so I'm trying to catch. So I'm down here near a pond. This is right where the pond plays out. You can see it's kind of muddy in here where we're at. This kind of areas that coons live. They live around ponds and they live around wet areas because they can find crawfish and stuff like that around the pond. They also can find duck eggs and stuff like that. So this is a good way to get rid of these kind of animals anywhere, but especially down in the swamp bottom, that's where coons hang out, and it's a good place to set for them. So first thing I did was just find a spot with kind of some backing around it, took my trap, shoved it in there. You want your trap to be sitting kind of flat. And that was a little bit off, but not bad. It ain't got to be perfect. But if your wire on the bottom of your cage is off the ground, that animal will feel that wire on his feet. Does it make a real big difference with coons? No, not really. But it probably more affects me than it does anybody. I like it to set flat. So anyway, we got the trap set, pull the door up, got it ready to go. Good old honey bun. That's what I use to bait with, and it don't matter. People ask me what kind of honey bun. It's just a honey bun. I like them all. I'm like an animal. I like them all, and they do too. Break you up a couple little pieces of honey bun and kind of just lead a trail into it. Put a couple little pieces here and there, and in the back of it, put the majority of the honey bun in the very back of it. Animal gets a couple free pieces, goes in, steps on the plate, trying to get to the honey bun. Door shuts behind him. He's caught. He can't go nowhere. Not hurt. Can't do anything. And you can release him like that. And what we're doing with these coons is we're catching these coons, and we have a family farm down the road, and we actually do a little coon hunting on there. I reckon we say coon hunt. We don't ever kill any, but we do coon hunt. So we take these coons down there and release them. So they're back in the wild, just in a little different place. They're not causing any problems with this landowner. So that's cage trapping 101. This works really great around your homes, like in the city. If you have a possum or coon get up under your house, they get in your insulation up under your house. Squirrels in your attic. Now, squirrel trap, you probably want a little smaller one. They make all different sizes. A little bit big for a squirrel, but you can catch them in it. But this is a great tool to use to get rid of unwanted animals. So that's cage trapping. During the week, we'll be checking them along the way. I got a couple of them out down here around the pond, and we'll just check them along the way and see what shakes out. So let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be a new day, and it's time to start checking traps, and we'll see what we come up with, all right? Well, hey, folks, looks like we made a catch in the box trap this morning. Like I said before, this is just a great tool, especially for smaller landowners around their house or in the city that you have nuisance animals, and you want to get rid of them, because this is a very forgiving trap. You can catch any kind of non-target species in this trap, and you just release it. It's no big deal. This landowner wants his coons gone. The coons are tearing up a lot of stuff around here. He's worried about them getting into his turkey egg nest. He's worried about them tearing up the duck egg nest. He's just don't want them around here. So we're going to take them out, and this is a great tool. Set it down here by this pond. if I keep him from biting me. Look at him sticking his hand out there. Turn him around so you can see him a little better. Big old fat coon, pretty coon. You can tell he's not wanting to be in there, but he's not, you know, in any great distress. So that's really cool thing. Comes in, he ate the honey bun, door shut, that's it. So we're gonna take him out of this cage here, put him in another cage. We're gonna reset this one, and maybe tomorrow we'll have something else. So let's go check some more traps. So we made us another awesome catch. As you can see, this interstate is right behind me. I mean, that's how close these animals are to the houses, to highways. He don't care, you know, that's just his home. He's gonna eat, he's traveling up and down. Interstates make a good travel route for animals. It's kind of a blocking, so it funnels them down this branch here, down here behind me, right beside the interstate. I knew this was gonna be a good set right in the corner of this field just because it's where the interstate and the road and the field come together. Anytime you have a intersection of a bunch of different places, that's just an awesome place to trap. So we're going to get him out the trap, and we're going to reset this trap back and move on to some other ones, see what else we got this morning. But that animal right there, gray fox, he's a good predator, man. I mean, he's rough on your quail, he's rough on your turkeys. He won't really mess with the deer a whole lot. He's more of a scavenger. He likes eggs. Cool thing about him is he'll eat about anything. He's an omnivore. He'll eat berries, anything he can get. He'll eat meat, whatever. So he ain't happy, so let's get him out of here and get him in a cage so he can calm down. Hey folks, so welcome back. So it's a new day. It's time to go check some traps. And looks like we got something down here in one of the cage traps. Let's go check it out. Got us a dreaded possumus. Nasty little booger. Now that is a calm animal. He's not gonna bother him. Here y'all can see a little better. There ain't much to a possum. He acts like he'll bite the tar out of you, but he really won't. They just pretty calm animals, just scavenging for food. With these cage traps like we talked, these are great tools for people that live in the city and stuff, because the possum problems in the city, they'll get up under your house, they'll tear up your insulation up under your house and stuff, and this is a great little tool to get rid of them. Fairly cheap trap, lasts forever, no really big deal. Always check your laws, but like the South Carolina law is a landowner can set a trap within 100 yards of his house without having any kind of special permit or anything. So it's a real good tool to have around if you get a animal like this up under your house, or a coon or something. You need to catch squirrels in this. They make smaller traps for squirrels. A lot of people in town have problems with squirrels in their attics and stuff. It's a great little tool. You can catch it and then go release it somewhere. But this animal here, he's not going to bother you a whole lot. They want to show a good game, but there really ain't much to them. So, this is a nasty old animal, just scavenging for food. He ain't really hurting nothing, but he will eat eggs, and he will eat turkey eggs, duck eggs, anything like that. Anything he can get. So he is a predator. Even though he might not be eating your turkeys, he might not be eating your deer, he will do some damage. If you notice, he can't lean up and get me holding him up like this. He's trying, but he don't have enough stomach muscles. He's sort of like me. He just don't have enough stomach muscles to be able to lean up and get you. So as long as you hold him like that, he ain't gonna hurt you. But that is the dreaded possum. And you can't really determine what you catch in these traps. I mean, a coon, a possum, they all eat the same thing. I mean, they like me. They love a honey bun, and that's what we're baiting with. So anyway, I'm going to let him go just because he's not really hurting anything around here, down here around this pond. The ducks have already hatched out and they're gone, so ain't no big deal. He'll move on, so turn him loose here. You ready? You ready? You ready? Go. He's a speedy little animal too. He's about like me, he's wide open. Looks like he's been fighting something. He's got a little scar on his back there. Well, looks like we got us a nice gray this morning. It's a new spot I started trapping. Landowner said he had a gray fox eating his pecans and messing with his ducks down around the pond. So I went down around the pond and found a lot of bird feathers everywhere. They've been going up there at night or in the mornings and the afternoons and getting these birds and eating them. And he said they're getting the pecans out of his yard, so he wanted them gone. So we're here to take care of them. It's a big old gray fox here. Let's see if he'll cooperate real easy for me. They never do. Maybe he will. All right, big boy. If you'll calm down, I'm gonna get you out of that thing and life's gonna be good, okay? All right, I ain't choking you to death. Calm down. Calm down. Get your tail, huh? There we go. Easy, easy, easy. But it's not broke, not hurt. No blood, no hair broke. He ain't happy. There's nothing. It didn't break the hide on him. Like I say, held, not hurt. Calm right down. Not a care in the world. Happy to be out to scrap. Landowners gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy. Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got some more traps to check. Don't you go anywhere. LCW be right back with some trapping action.
If you love the outdoors, then you'll love all the variety of sporting options at Maury's Sportsman's Preserve. From Maury's world-class upland bird hunting to year-round sporting clays to seasonal hunting opportunities for duck, hog, and deer, Maury's Sportsman's Preserve offers all these hunting activities without a large financial investment. Maury's also offers golf packages and corporate outings as well. For more information on Maury's Sportsman's Preserve, visit online at mauryspreserve.com.
At Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company, we do more than just harvest your land. Reforestation and land management is our specialty. Our #1 goal is to manage your tract and reclaim it to create new supplemental income or wildlife management areas. Palmetto Pulpwood and Timber Company is not your everyday timber company. Find us online at palmettopulpwood.com.
Southeastern Pathology is a quality and affordable premium medical testing laboratory in the heart of Robinson County. Established to ensure quality health care in our region, Southeastern Pathology works hand in hand with your doctor to ensure you and your family stay healthy. We specialize in both clinical and anatomical laboratory work. We care about your health with no out-of-pocket expenses on all eligible Medicare tests. So on your next doctor visit, when you need medical testing, choose Southeastern Pathology.
Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Company is your official John Deere tractor and equipment dealer with 5 locations in South Carolina to serve you. No matter what work you have around the farm or in your backyard, Sparrow and Kennedy has the right equipment to fit your needs. And whether it's work or just for fun, the Gator XUV 4x4 gets you where the job has to get done. For quality outdoor power equipment, Sparrow and Kennedy sells a complete line of world-renowned steel power tools. When the job has to get done, think Sparrow and Kennedy.
Hey folks, welcome back. So we got to talking. I just stuck this fox up here in the cage, and my cameraman Billy B this morning asked me, he said, why don't you put them in the same cage? And I thought it was kind of funny because people's asked me that before. A red fox is from the dog family. The gray fox from a cat family. And you've always heard the expression, fight like cats and dogs. They will go to war if you put them in the same cage. So that's why you always separate them. I can put another red fox in this cage, they'll get along perfectly fine even if they never met. Just the same species. Put grays in this cage with him, he's perfectly fine. Same species. You switch them and put them together, it's going to be a fury on your hands you ain't want to have to mess with, I promise you. And you don't want the animal to hurt yourself. So that's the reason behind putting them in separate cages. That's why you have to take so many cages with you when you're trapping. so you can separate your animals. Definitely don't put a coon nowhere, and nobody, I mean nobody likes a possum, so don't put him nowhere near and make him ride on the hood of the truck or something. But anyway, that's the reasoning behind always separating your game so they don't fight and fuss and make a bunch of racket. You know, you can see now they're calmed down. They're perfectly fine in these cages. They'll ride the back of the truck till I can get them taken care of and put them where they need to be. And that's go explain to you hopefully why I don't put, you see me with so many cages all the time. But anyway, let's go check some traps. Folks, this is your apex predator around the south. They are coming out of the woodworks. The problem is they're nomads. They travel all over the place. I've been on this farm for about a week trying to catch this animal. There's a few of them passing through here. What people run into, and I'm gonna tell you, all you hunters, you see it, during deer season, you see coyotes all the time out tree standing, and people come to me and say, man, come January, I want you to catch these coyotes. They're everywhere, full of them. Well, the reason they're there and the reason you see them so often is you put corn out for them deer and feeders and everything. When you put feeders out, it's like throwing a buffet out for him. Everything you put out brings in all the things that he feeds on. It brings in your turkeys, your yearling deer, your rabbits, your squirrels, your quail, your doves, everything. So all he's got to do is stalk your corn piles and he gets whatever he wants. And come January, everybody quits putting corn out. So of course all those animals disperse, he does too. So I come in January and they're just not readily, they're not like right there all the time. So it takes a little while to catch them. I've been on this farm about a week now and haven't seen a whole lot of them come through here, and you just pretty much got to wait them out. What are you doing? You ain't gonna bite me, I know. And finally they come through, and we caught this one last night. We got a few more traps to check this morning. And of course we'll set this one back, but you can see this animal. This is a hardy animal, and this is the color most typically you go see about all the time on these animals. Kind of a German Shepherd color. A lot of people mistake these for German Shepherds running across the road in front of them. But you're gonna see some black and stuff, but this is typical of color. You know, he don't have a home, he just roams. Now, female will, y'all hear that siren? I was fixing to say, I'd like to say I'm out in the middle of the country somewhere. That siren right there is about 100 yards. It's on a 4-lane highway. There's a golf course behind me with a subdivision. There's a schoolhouse playground where the kids play. I can throw a baseball across this hedgerow. These animals aren't out in the country. We're in the middle of a city trapping this animal here. So they are everywhere. They're taking over. They have no predators. The only predators they got is hunters and trappers. And they just breed and they take over. And they will definitely put a hurting on your game population. So let's get him out of the trap. Beautiful animal. And you can tell he's not really distressed. They really don't care. They about the easiest animal really I handle getting out of the traps. He's more like a dog when you take him out. But he's gonna leave here today with us, and hopefully, if he don't eat me up, and usually they don't, but let's see if we can get him in this cage here. All right, big boy. Let's get you out of that old trap there. Since you've been so good for me. Yeah, I know, that don't look like the ride you want to take this morning, but that's the one you go take. See that? I mean, they're like I say, they're not a bad animal to handle. They're not really that aggressive. I mean, he ain't crazy about it. Chews on it about like my dog chews on a toy. Come on. Oh, get your tail out of here. It's like, pee on me. He's a heavier joker, I know that. That's what we say about them little traps. You know, they're little, but they still hold these big animals so they don't hurt them. Get on in there, big boy. See how quick he cowers right down? There you go. Not aggressive. Not really scared of you, which, you know, is not a great thing. I mean, you'd like for an animal to be scared of, especially a predator like that, but you can tell he don't care a bit. I mean, he's not ever bothered by anything because nothing ever bothers him. But he's gonna take a ride somewhere else and get off this fellow's property. So it's been a great morning. And I think that's a great way to end today's show. We've had fun. Hope you learned a little bit. Got to see some cool animals. Hope you learned something about predator trapping and the reasons behind predator trapping and you know, all the things that trappers go to nowadays to do it right and to do it ethical. And it's just not the way it used to be. And hopefully I got that point across. But I hope y'all have a great week. Check us out online this week at lowcountrywildlife.com, Team Low Country Wildlife on Facebook. And you know the truth. We're going to be back on the water in the bushes next week doing it LCW style.